this tutorial, you'll learn how to design a location using one of our content packs. If you're not sure how to add a content pack, you can do so by following our guide in a previous video linked in the description. Let's dive in. Once you have AdventureForge open, navigate to Content Packs and add a content pack you'd like to start using. Then click the Locations button in the nav bar. Create a new location by selecting the New button.
Then give your location a name at the top left of the screen. I'll name mine My First Location. Then click Save.
There are 5 main tools for the location editor: tiles, props, decals, lights, and zones. The tiles tool is where you lay down the building blocks of your location. Whether you're creating a cobblestone path, grassy field, dungeon floor, or rooftop, this is the tool you'll use to shape the walkable surface of your game world. Props are the visual and interactive objects that bring your locations to life, while tiles define the structure of a space. Props add detail and character, like furniture, crates, doors, trees, machines, or even magical artifacts. Decals are flat images that you can place in your locations to add extra visual flair, like posters, stains, shadows, graffiti, signs, cracks, fog, the list goes on. AdventureForge has a built-in lighting system that lets you quickly and easily illuminate isometric locations. You can add lights to the location and configure the global light settings. Finally, the Zones tool allows you to define areas where events or interactions happen, such as triggering cutscenes or detecting the player. Let's start by laying down some tiles. Click the Tiles button at the top nav bar if it's not already selected. Then click Tiles palette on the bottom left. Choose a tile you want to use. Then hover over the scene and left-click and drag. To delete tiles you placed, all you need to do is right-click on them. At the bottom middle of the screen, you'll see some settings to customize how tiles are placed. The brush size allows you to change how many tiles are placed in the scene at once. This is great for when you want to create big locations. The Swap XY button flips the brush dimensions, so for example, 3x1 becomes 1x3. Next are the height settings. By default, the height or z-coordinate of the tile is set to 0. This is a great way to add verticality or walls to your location. Higher numbers equals higher floors. This is one of my favorite settings, the nudge value. Nudge offsets the tile height by fractions of a level. You can use it to raise or lower tiles to add visual texture to your location, bringing it from a simple flat plane to something with much more depth. Lastly is the Flip Horizontal button, and it does what the name implies. It mirrors or flips the tile. On the top middle of the screen is the Tools overview. It comes with several buttons. The Selection tool allows you to select tiles and move, delete, or change those properties, such as the height, nudge value, or maybe even flipping it. The Hand tool allows you to pan around the location by left-clicking and dragging your mouse. The Placement tool is automatically selected when you expand the Tools palette. This is what you'll use to place new tiles into the location. The Eyedropper tool lets you click on a tile already in the scene to select it and begin placing that tile again. It's really handy when you want to select a tile without having to search for it again. Lastly, the Eraser tool lets you delete tiles from your location. You can always delete them by right-clicking on a tile. The most important button on the top right is the Show Current Height button. When active, tiles and props on other height layers become transparent. This makes it much easier to focus on just the layer you're working on. Practice with the Tiles palette and experiment with brush sizes, heights, and nudges to get comfortable. Thank you for joining me for this tutorial. Have fun playing with the location editor, and happy forging, everyone.